Hello guys, welcome to another YouTube video today. We are showing off my first Borderlands 4 build. It is a cryo slash radiation Harlow build. Into it. So we're gonna start off skill tree and we're gonna go over the skills that I've chosen to use. So we've chosen to use parallel critic. If you trigger or re-trigger your action skill, you get an increased gun damage of 30%. 5 points in here, and then here Harlow gains a critical chance with all skills. This chance increases every time Harlow entangles an enemy. This effect stack. So this effect can stack 10 times. You can get 100% critical. And then there's an also additional critical hit chance. You can get higher than 100%. Here we have to put 1 in here for the gun handling. So we can put 3 in precision engineering. So we can get more critical hit damage. And then here our class mod puts 4 in here, so we have 4 in here. Fire rate increase. Here we have 5 periodic table flip, elemental damage status, effect, application chance, and cryo effect. And then we have Harlow gains increased cryo damage. And then we have a kill skill. Harlow deals bonus cryo damage with all sources, so it means you're doing cryo damage 21% with all sources. If we get more skill points down the line, I might, but not sure yet. And so we're doing 21% cryo damage with all. We're not actually having cryo damage. And then here we are gonna we have some life steal, and then we're gonna use you overshield steal. So if you have full health, we'll gain overshield instead of life, instead of health. So then you get benefit by the other skills that I'll show you later on. And then we have endoramic reaction. Whenever Harlow freezes an enemy, creates a endoramic aurora that deals constant cryo damage to enemies around Harlow. Endoramic Emma deals increased damage based on her overshield. More full, the greater the bonus. So you also benefit from that. This. And then we hear whenever Harlow deals non-cryo damage to an entangled enemy, she deals bonus cryo damage to that enemy. If she deals cryo damage to that entangled enemy, she deals bonus damage. Bonus cryo damage 15%. Bonus non-cryo damage is 15%, and then bonus cryo damage dealt is 30%. And then we have here we have 2 from the class mod that we're using. So we put 2 extra points in here to get some extra splash damage. And then we use 13 points in this tree, which we used momentum, get more critical hit damage. And then we use neutron decay, get more gun damage. And then creative overflow will allow up to 36% gun damage. The more overshield he has, the bigger the bonus. And that is the skill tree. We're also using Wildcat destabilization as an augment. Reason we're using this one: entangle enemies take bonus radiation damage from entangle. Whenever Harlow deals radiation gun damage, an enemy restores action skill duration. Whenever Harlow kills an enemy with stasis, creates radiation nova and deals damage based on the remaining action skill duration. We're using this so we get radiation. When we're using our action skill, it applies radiation on the enemy. So then we're getting the bonus damage from this right here. And then we're using Cold Splunge. Whenever Harlow slams an enemy, creates a singularity that's enemy followed by a cryo explosion, which this is pretty powerful. And then our specialization right now, I kind of went crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I just went crazy in the gun damage for a minute. And then we put some in the sharpshooter and some in the critical hit. And then our weapons. So this, we have like a specific So these snipers right here is what I'm using for killing the boss. Um, as you'll see, as you've seen in the complex video, boss compilation in the beginning of the video. But yeah, the complex brute is what we're using. The rest of these guns are pretty much mobbing guns. This shotgun, it comes from Moxie. It's actually a pretty good shotgun. It's really good. Like you pretty much one shot a lot of enemies. Then we are using the industrial wise wombo combo. This assault rifle, fucking awesome. And then we're also using the plasma coil, superconducting plasma coil. And then for the rep kit, we are using the large augmenter AF 1000. For ordnance, we're using a bolted lightning. Dude, this rocket launcher is fucking highly recommended. Highly recommend. Then our class mod, the bread and butter of the whenever Harlow slams it, automatically fires radiation darts and cryo darts homes into the shoot enemies with an active status effect restores 5% of action skill cooldown. So basically, if you're the boss is affected by your ability, it's stasis, and you're shooting it, you're literally gonna get your action it's gonna happen even in regular gameplay. That's why I didn't put any skill points into action cooldown at all. I got this class mod dropped not too far a while back, not recently, and it's the bread and butter of the. Also with the shield. Shield is awesome. Watson for dinner. Overshield. When energy shield is active, you have a 12% to drop an overshield when hit. And when a overshield is also active, grants 25% shock damage. So when you have overshield damage, you already get bonus overshield damage. Our skills. Well, this also gives you a 25% extra shock damage. On top of that, it's really useful for a lot of bosses. It's a lot of shock. And the second one on here ain't that great. Kind of ignore that one. And then the adapters, when equipped, grants 16% maximum health. When shield is active, grants 40% resistance damage type received 4 seconds. Some of these perks on the bottom part could be better, but it's still a really, really good. Now this could be a little bit better, but it's good. So the transfuser on the kill guns with Malawan licensed parts spread their active status effects up to 3 nearby targets. So we're using Malawan guns a lot, Malawan weapons a lot. Guns with Malawan licensed parts also have a 25% status effect damage. So our snipers, our Malawan that we're using for bossing, they also have an extra 5% status effect. So I'm assuming they're element, or whatever. This is a really good build. I spent this entire last week off on vacation making this build, grinding, get to level 50. Dude, great game. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy playing this game as much as I do. I am making build videos. There's plenty more to come. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, peace out. Subscribe. Comment down below if you're enjoying Borderlands 4 as much as I am.